I'm Sarah.
I'm Lucinda.
And welcome back to another color class. And today's color class, we have just been completely impressed with Zendaya and her style for this new Challengers movie that she has coming out. It's like a tennis movie. And the looks that she has had have been incredible. But today we're going to kind of take a look at it from a color analysis perspective instead of a so much fashion perspective, and what the colors are doing to her skin tone, her hair, the overall look, and maybe some changes that could have been done just to improve.
Let's face it, she is drop dead gorgeous. It's hard to do color analysis on someone who's just always pretty.
Right.
And you really have to dig deep to find nuances.
All right. So this first image of Zendaya. So we picked green. I don't know if you can see, but on the left-hand side, her dress literally has a tennis player and a ball on the dress. How cool is that? I just think that's spectacular. It's so amazing. It's a beautiful dress. And then on the right, this was her in Sydney doing, I think, an interview for it or something. She was like just doing an interview, but she had this really cute like zip up tracksuit. I want to say tracksuit, but
maybe it's a warm up for tennis. Maybe she was part of her costume.
But I saw it on a runway image, and it was like actually a really long skinny dress, but I haven't been able to find a full length image of her wearing it, so I'm not sure what the bottom half is. I've only seen the top, but as you can see, I think you kind of can tell which is our favorite color she's wearing. But before we go into that, on the left-hand side, we have a blue-based green. And it's okay. What this is going to do to Zendaya is it's going to pull her skin tone cool. As you can see, the larger image of her, look how almost grayed out her skin tone looks versus the smaller image on the right. And then look at the hair as well. See how grayed out her hair is versus the warmer image at the bottom.
Now, just to confirm, the warmer image on the right is the same dress or a different dress?
It's the same exact dress, but that image that's at the bottom, that is actually in warmer light. So I pulled, do you see that little circle right there? I literally took the color of the dress and plopped it right there so you can see how much warmer it looks. But her in the warmer lighting, look how much her skin tone changes. Look how much her hair changes, even though these are at the same exact moments. It's just warmer light versus cooler light. So I would have loved to seen this in a warmer color. I think it would have supported her hair and her skin tone much better. It's still a gorgeous dress. And we always say, if you are wearing a low-cut dress that's out of your season, that's the best, because the light that's going to be reflecting back up onto you is going to be your natural skin tone, which is okay. But it's still, this cool green is definitely shifting her to a cooler version of herself.
And you want to, if you want to partake in kind of a cool optical illusion, if you are looking at the larger picture on the left and you blur your eyes just a slight little bit as you look at it, you can pick up the green of her dress in her eyes. And we know that she does not have green eyes, but it's almost like that green is reflecting up into that area.
But she does have hazel eyes.
Ah, yes.
She does have like some green hazel eyes. So on the
interesting.
Left side, cool color, cool green. Right side is our warm green. Take a look at that warm green though. How gorgeous and stunning is that shade on her?
It's beautiful.
It brings out her skin tone. It brings out her eye color. It brings out her hair. And this is one thing that I want to point out, since we are looking at dominant characteristics now. The overall softness. Do you see how her hair, her skin tone, her brows,
her eyes.
Right, her eyes, they're all kind of the same color.
Tone. Yeah.
Overall, she's kind of just soft. So that's pulling her as a soft. And what two seasons are soft? Summer and autumn.
Yes.
And then what season is warm to match her warm hair, her warm skin tone? autumn. So we can tell that she is representing autumn in this warm green color on the right. But on the left-hand side, she's wearing a cool, soft green, which would be more on lines of summer. But still, it looked amazing. I absolutely love the looks that she has for this Challengers movie. Like, we had to do an entire show because she is just so stunning. And we even just put her in that lip video. So we just love Zendaya. I'm sorry if you guys are tired of seeing her, but
we'll do better. Maybe
we'll still do more videos of Zendaya. All right, so moving on to our next look that I wanted to take a quick peek at. This is her in the color white. She wore 2 dresses that were in white. Now, the one on the left is the internet was just losing their minds over because of how stunning this dress was. But on the right, we didn't get that same energy when it came to everyone seeing it online. So I wanted to take a look at why this was happening. And the first thing I noticed on the dress with the little like tennis rackets on the left is she pulled her hair back. And when you step outside your season, that's one of the first things you want to do is pull your hair back so it does not clash with the dress. So she pulled her hair back. She wore a lip color within the winter palette, which is that winter white she's wearing. And then do you see how much cooler the roots are around her hair? So she has a cooler root going on. Her skin tone is still pretty warm, but it's going to pool cool because she's wearing a cooler dress. Her lip color is contrasty enough. Her eyes are contrasty enough. So you're getting a ton of contrast.
And brows. And notice the difference in the brows from one to the other.
Right. The brows, ton of contrast. So she's building enough contrast in her look to be able to pull this white dress off amazingly. Like, the slow motion videos of her are just jaw dropping. And then there's the dress on the right. We'll call this the belt dress. She wore her hair out. Now her hair right now is like a golden blonde, a goldenish blonde. But what's going to happen, because she's wearing a cool white, that hair is going to look yellow. And you can see it on the tennis racket dress. If you zoom in close enough to where the blonde is showing in her hair, you can see how yellow that color is looking, but not around the roots. But on the right-hand side, the majority of her hair is showing, which is going to pull yellow.
And she changed the style so the roots are less prominent.
Right, exactly. And her brows do not have the contrast that they do on the left. Her makeup does not have the contrast that they do on the left. So she's looking very soft altogether, but with a very contrasty color dress. So we are just not seeing
it's
her.
Almost jarring.
Right. We're not seeing her. We're immediately looking at that white color dress because the contrast is not representative when we look, because we don't have the contrast with her hair. We don't have the contrast with her brows. We don't have the contrast with her lip color. She's just very soft. And then you have this white dress.
And not to mention, it's a cool white.
Right.
It's a pure ultra white.
Right.
And that makes a difference. If this were an ivory, it would be better.
Oh, absolutely. If this were any way leaning warmer, it would have pulled the look together better. But because it is a cool white, she's going to shift yellow.
Yeah, it's absolutely startling at the difference in terms of how pulled together she looks on the left. And I say this quite frequently, she is of a piece. Everything kind of works together. But on the right side, if the dress were a little bit different, she'd look like she was in her underwear. No, really. I mean, like, like a slip kind of thing.
Right, like a slip dress.
Right, that a dress would go over. Do you see what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like, if it weren't for the belt thing, and it would just look like a slip, like maybe something a bride would wear under her gown or something, and then she would put her color on.
Right. it just didn't feel like she had enough contrast to represent that white compared to this stunning racket dress. I mean, even the little bow in her hair, so cute. That bow is going to make her hair look yellow from the back, I'm going to be honest. But we don't look at the back. We're looking at the front right now. And
That's
she
right.
has the contrast to represent. So,
and you know that bow style? That's a tennis player bow.
It's so cute. How adorable. Like, there's tennis rackets on her dress. She did such an incredible job. Even the messy bun, like in her green little tracksuit, like, who would have thought to wear a messy bun and it looks so cute?
Yeah, she's definitely rocking the theme.
Right. It's perfect. She's just incredible when it comes to styling. And La Roche, her stylist, oh my gosh, like, just amazing. This is incredible looks that we're seeing. I just wanted to make sure
Do you think he styled both dresses?
Oh, he styles everything she does.
So really, it's partially a hairstyle issue.
Yeah. I
And
think
if she had put her hair up and if her makeup were more contrasty, we wouldn't be seeing what we're seeing.
right. Or if the gown was just shifted a little bit warmer,
Toward ivory.
right, we would have had more of a harmony. But just the dress does not align with her warm skin tone, her warm hair, which she is focusing on in this look, compared to the tennis racket dress on the left, which the contrast is there. All right, so thank you for joining us on this quick but fun color class. Lastly, we do want to bring you along our color analysis journey with us, so don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button. And I'm Sarah.
I'm Lucinda.
And we'll see you in the next color class.